I'm skinny and I wonder, you know, if you're a bigger bloke, whether it'd still be alright or not.
I can make that assessment for you. They're fine. So here we go. We've been chasing this Porsche 911 SC for a little while. It's a Targ, and we absolutely love a Targ. It's been out at Black Label. It's got a few modifications, BBS wheels, a sweet, sweet exhaust, and we've been meaning to catch up with it because we do like the body kit on this SC as well. So here we go. Take a look at this.
Hi, my name's Nathan. This is my 1981 911 SC Targa.
With just a few mods, because this isn't your standard 911 SC. Nothing like it came out of the factory. Either the body kit, the stance, the wheels, the colour,
the trim,
suspension,
yeah, everything.
We've been trying to chase this car for a little while because you contacted us on Instagram.
Yep.
And then we'd seen...
because you were hungover last time after your birthday. Was that the real answer?
Yeah, that's exactly. I was poisoned by a local cocktail.
We've all been there.
We tried to catch you up. Other than me getting poisoned by cocktails, I think you were having a bit of the work done on the car. This has then recently appeared at Black Label.
Yeah, Black Label Car Show.
Black Label. Yep, absolutely. For some strange reason, I haven't got there yet. But I don't know why.
There's a couple. There's that green RWB too. Lovely owner.
Charles's.
Real nice car.
Yeah. Lovely car. But this was there, and we can see why with the stance and the setup on the car. But today, we're going to do a bit of a tour of it.
Yeah,
and then we'll take it for a spin. Originally, very much like our Targ.
Yep.
Grand Prix white.
Correct, yep. Stocker. No mods. There's an old owner in interstate, like South Australia. It was a good clean car, I just needed everything, which is what I wanted, because I had a vision before I bought it of how I wanted to do it. So from the start to the finish, this is exactly how I planned it, really.
Oh, so you'd not kind of bought it, owned it?
No, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah. I just wanted to find the model that was actually price affordable, which doesn't exist, but found something I was happy with and started with that.
And you were looking for a Targa flat six.
Well, I got kid seats in the back, so that was a massive thing for me. So
there they are.
I envisioned that I was too tall for a coupe, and I've had convertible Porsches before, and I like them, but I think the Targa looks better than a convertible. So I wanted a Targa. I had to have a Targa.
I guess it had the standard Fuchs wheels.
Yeah, it did.
Interior, it looks like you've had, like that's all been retrimmed.
Yeah, GTS Classics. So they did it for me. It's a massive weight cube, but they do a phenomenal job. So the seats have been done, but the door trims haven't. So they're up there somewhere, which will get done eventually, but the dash trim's been done. So yeah, it's just door trims to go.
Guards red.
Correct, yeah, factory code. 2-pack clear.
And it's a cracking paint job. Who did that for you?
Donburn Customs. They did a really good job. Attention to details, perfect. This is straight off the gun, so there's no de-nibbing, nothing.
Oh,
this is exactly how it came.
Did you have many problems like breast repairs or anything? Like the car was pretty straight when you got it?
Little bits. Like the rear window was a pain. No one wanted to touch that, to take it out. So I had to get a guy from one of the Porsche shops to come out who specialised and does it. Front window was easy, but a couple of things was beyond their reach. We just organised it. Rust wasn't too bad. All the bumpers came off and fiberglass went on, which is a pain to deal with because it never fits properly. So there's a few adjustments we did on that. The front bumper had heaps done too. This is obviously the roof CTR bumper off the Yellowbird style. But instead of having the fog lights, I did air ducts, and instead of having the 2 indicator lights there, we did 1. And then we got the lower splitter, which makes the whole front bumper look a lot different as well.
Yeah, and it's low, isn't it? Like we looked at that earlier, and
yeah, you can see already it's got signs of trauma, but it's hard not to. I think these look good low, so it's hard to balance that point of having it too low but too nice and too high.
And I didn't realise it was the roof style bumper.
Yeah, same rear bumper as well, just hasn't got the holes in it, the cutouts. It's got the whale tail on the back, which I think is classic.
Yeah, and we did check this out earlier. Although it looks like it's rubber, it's actually not.
It's painted fiberglass.
Fiberglass, but they've done a good job to actually make it look like rubber. You did have
it was originally painted red, and then I was like, oh no, I really want it black. I really want it black.
I think
so he's like, all right, we'll sort it out for you, bring it back.
Yeah, I think the black around it suits the car a lot better. And I do find that when, of course, we did our RWB, and I find keeping the black hoop,
agreed,
then means that you've got a
and the black trims, black window molds. Once you start, it's kind of hard not to stop doing everything black.
and I think it ties it in well with the tail at the rear. Like that black carries on through.
Yeah, I think so.
Throughout the car.
But yeah, 964 kick panels.
And they're fiberglass panels as well, are they?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, they're just two-piece.
Where did you get the kit from?
That was real pain. There's not many places that do this stuff, so a lot of it came from different shops. The side skirts came from one place, the front and rear bumper came from one place, the front lip came
Here
from
in
another
Australia,
place.
or did you?
No, all overseas.
All overseas.
Which is import tax is crazy, and you end up having massive wait times, but I just really wanted what I wanted. Suspension was a pain. I thought torsion bar, you just drop it down and it'll be sweet, but it was a pain. Stand, it was interstate at like 9 Performance or something. You heard of that one?
Okay, yeah.
He does all the racing stuff, so he took the original struts and raised the what do you call it, the spindles, like 30 mil, put a little bit of camber in, and then the guys at Tin God then just fitted everything, aligned it, made sure it was even, and did the rest of it. They pretty much built most of the car. It was really good. It's just pain. I thought it'd be so much easier, but they just bottomed out. They had no trouble because they just hit the frame, so you have to lift the strut or lift the spindle, sorry. But it drives like factory, so even though it looks very low, it drives.
We're not going to get savaged, are we?
The sausage dog. I was just thinking whether I send the text, like, get inside.
The angry sausage dog is going to attack us. Engine.
Yep, that's rebuilt, but I mean, I don't think these things are overly fast as they are, and I don't really care for a whole lot of power. I just wanted reliability. A lot of the cars I've had in the past have just been atrocious reliability, so I just got the exact stock motor, just rebuilt it, fresh, everything's nice, no oil leaks, and it runs good. Actually goes pretty hard, more than I was expecting. Gearbox is rebuilt. Nothing fancy to look at, just strong and reliable.
If we distract you for a moment, we might be running away with your Targa roof, because that is one of the best ones that has never been refurbished I have ever seen. And because we're going through a horrendous experience with ours at the moment,
well, this is how this one came, luckily, so I must have scored with that.
That is so good.
I didn't know that was special, I guess. You spotted that and thought that was great, but
yeah,
I
did,
see it as being as normal.
Someone's clearly looked after that and never driven over it. some other stupid owner might have done that with his a couple of times.
Different Targa, huh?
Yeah.
And then the rear muffler is off a 997 GT3 RS.
Ah.
So that's a titanium back box. I don't know if you can have enough room there to hop down and have a look.
We might try and lay on the floor and have a look at that.
It's got no heater headers, but it's really cool. That was another thing I really wanted from the start. But luckily people with 997 GT3s often, or RSs often want to swap the exhaust for some reason, so I managed to score that one.
We weren't going to include this in the video because I genuinely don't like to sometimes ask people the prices.
Prices and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but I was intrigued by the GT3 box. $2,000.
Yeah, I think it was just under. So I got a guy up in New South Wales. I put up a post and said, has anyone got one? He's like, yeah, I've got one. Do you want it? I was like, perfect. But retail, obviously brand new, they're ridiculous. Probably like $7-8 grand. But if you can find one off a guy that doesn't use it, it just cost me under $2,000. Sits almost perfectly in there. Didn't take minimal cutting to fit, and it sits symmetrical, which is really nice. Big tips. And if you're cruising behind it, you can see the back box sit below. It's titanium, or this looks really cool.
Yeah, I think that is a really nice touch.
Yeah. There's 2 ports on it too, so at some stage I'll probably get like an electronic controller, but at the moment it's on like the straight pipe
so you
setting.
can kind of quiet mode and open it up
in
when
theory,
you need to.
there's 2 ports, so the big one is at the bottom by memory. For aesthetics, that's what I've plumbed it into because it looked nice having the pipe, otherwise it'd just be hollow, but it's loud as hell. It's like straight pipe. Sounds cool.
And we will try and capture that.
But when you've got kids and neighbours, sometimes it'd be nice to have a quiet option, so I'll probably at some stage do like an electronic switch and just valve it into the top port.
I'm going to stay away from the wheels for a moment,
That's
tempt
fine.
people into it. We'll open the engine lid, take a bit of a look.
Sure.
And then we'll explore the wheels because I'm sure people have spotted something a little bit different about them.
There is literally nothing to see here, Scott.
It's just the standard
Just
SC
a stock
motor.
engine, yeah. Nothing
at that.
fancy at all. And the original factory colour, I'm guessing, was silver.
So when you got it, it was Grand Prix white.
Yeah. I'm guessing that's got to be factory. I swear when I bought it, I looked up the codes and I think it's factory silver, but when I bought it, it was Grand Prix white.
Ah, so it's had a bit of a life then, going from silver. You wouldn't have thought somebody would have painted it white after it being silver. That's a bit of a strange colour change.
But when you don't care about what you start with, for me it was perfect that maybe it's slightly undesirable for some. It's easy for me to start with that. And you know you're going to throw a whole bunch of money into it. Doesn't matter what it is to start with, as long as it's not rusted out and works.
I think it's always nice to look at the engine, especially because we're going to hear how the car is.
Yeah.
Hearing it
It's
and
just
then...
stock, nothing.
Wow.
Except for the headers, obviously it's got no heater. But yeah, sounds and goes good.
So we're pulling some parts out here, like any true Porsche enthusiast. There's bugs and car parts dotted around. These are the
This is
door
the
cards
rest
that
of
are
the
going
trim.
on. Rest of the trim coming out of the box. These are gorgeous. That material there, and then these here. Yeah, they're really well done, aren't they?
Yeah, they did a sensational job. Everything's handmade. Even the seats, they're all handmade. So he starts from scratch. No frames, nothing.
Really?
Yeah, you should look him up. A lot of the Porsche guys use him. GDS Classics. He's a German guy that does it all.
Oh, look at that. And local or?
No, that one was, I can't remember, that was just an overseas one. That wasn't too expensive, but it's just what I wanted.
Are they hard to fit?
They will be for the trimmer.
Haha. I like that. That's a cool touch on that car. That is perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've done really well there.
And then
I'm
the
impressed with
speakers
that.
will have a single 6-inch there with the tweeter.
Yeah.
And then the pull handles should come through here.
There we go.
And then these will be your opening armrest, which are fitted really nice.
Oh, that is really good.
So
quality.
they fit hard, and then this will open up as a piece, I believe, with a hinge.
Oh, look. Yeah, it's got a hinge
So
on
it'll be
the
a little
back.
storage. Look at this cobweb. This makes me feel guilty about not putting them in now.
Because we just pulled these out because we were like, oh, well, it's got the original door cards in. And let's have a bit of a look at what you were going to fit. But they've been,
Phenomenal, huh?
they're heavy, aren't they?
Yeah, he does a really good job. You've motivated me now.
That's
I've seen it
cracking.
all.
Now they're out. Now they're out.
They've been there for like a year or two.
So we're just going to pull the top off because we do want to see the seats, and I think we'll get a better view. Roof off. These
exhausted.
are the original door cards. Just standard Porsche ones, but I
Correct,
think
yeah.
these gems over here are going to look absolutely brilliant. Seats.
So these are they're all handmade. So he's made them from scratch. So he makes the frames, the rails, absolutely everything.
That's
Does the
amazing,
leather.
really, for the price that you actually pay for them as well. And I know we said that was pre-COVID and pre-tax on prices now, but that black...
I vinyl wrapped that purely because of the boy's feet in the back. So I didn't paint it because I knew it wouldn't last.
That's a good idea as well. And the quality of the material.
Yeah, sensational. He does a really, really good job. I've got nothing bad to say about that.
Yeah, they're a really nice touch. That steering wheel, I have looked for one of those, but that is the Porsche design steering wheel. They are hard to come by. And I know you say you're going to get that refurbished, but that
Yeah, it's not bad.
that steering wheel, they're a rare touch. They are.
That
They
was
are
the
hard to
80s
find.
safety mechanism.
Oh, look at that. They're a lovely steering wheel.
Yeah, they're cool. Otherwise, everyone just goes the Momo,
Yeah, which is
I'm
nice.
happy with. So I was going to, and then I actually looked up the value of this to sell it, and I was like, oh, well, actually, it's pretty special. Maybe I should keep it.
That very special.
Yeah.
Just even to
'Cause
find
it came
one.
with the car. I was pretty lucky with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why. I was like, oh, I'll get a Momo, look nice, and I went to sell it. And I was like, oh, this is pretty special.
That's the special steering
It came
wheel.
with it, so I was like, all right, I'll keep
Yeah,
it.
to find one is difficult, but I think then once you've put the red dial on as well through that steering wheel, and then the setup that you've got in here,
Yeah, it should be really nice.
I think it'll look cracking.
But yeah, that was when I mentioned about the dash being done. So I've put that on temporarily, but it's not finished. It's just to complete the look for the moment.
Yeah, okay.
It'll come back off because there's still bits and pieces behind that I don't like that are raw finish that'll get trimmed.
Yeah,
And
okay.
the lower dash delete, and obviously removing all the vent controls and head unit. Because I didn't want to lose a head unit, I got one put down here.
Oh, that's a nice little unit.
And this just runs Bluetooth, puts album photos and stuff on there as well. And this is a marine unit, if you wouldn't believe it, but it fits perfectly into that slot. So I measured it up and everything. I did so much research.
That,
It's cool, isn't it?
yeah, that's
I
a
was
little
pretty
bit
proud
different.
of that one.
And
It's
it
one of those
does.
things you do yourself, you fluke it
Oh.
and you're like, yes.
It fits so well.
There you go, it's playing something now.
And a little marine unit. That
Yeah.
is really cool.
So to anyone else with an SC that wants to do a dash delete, it's not expensive, but it fits really nice.
So we've skipped over what everybody has probably noticed, BBS.
Correct, yeah.
You look absolutely cracking on a Guards Red car.
They got them overseas, got them imported. They were originally 15-inch centres, and we thought they'd fit on pretty well, but the SC guards are a bit tricky because they're pretty skinny, Had to swap the inner barrels, outer barrels, and then we triple stepped them, which means, I guess, 3 inches of lip. So it's turned the wheel now into an 18-inch wheel instead of a 15. Slant lip, which gives it that dish, as opposed to a step lip, which would be stepped.
Yep.
And these are 8s on the front now, and 9.5s on the rear.
Cool.
18s are big for an SC, And I constantly in my head think, I wonder what it'd look like with 17s. I wonder if I change them, and then I look at them sometimes, it's like, no, I like the way it is. And the rear is a 2.5-inch lip. So obviously in width of what it comes out, and the front's 2-inch.
Yeah, okay.
But it'll be a 3-inch step as well. And Tin God was the one that did them, so anyone that wants that kind of stuff done, he's just the man for it. Converts fuchsias into 3-piece, he does all that kind of stuff, which is really cool.
Here as well, in Melbourne?
He's just in Yarra Valley.
Oh, okay.
He's just like a one-man job that loves custom wheels.
I was expecting that exhaust to make a noise, and then it still made me jump. It's a great sound though.
Yeah, it sounds good on throttle.
Note, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds sick. Is it too loud though?
Nah. I think we'll cut that out of the video. I don't think we can have...
I forgot it was there.
I don't think we can have anybody say that their exhaust is too loud. Like, what's that about? I've never heard of anybody doing that with a GT3 exhaust on an SC.
I just thought it would work. You actually picked a stellar night for this too. Sunset, it's quite romantic. It's got... I just like the smells you pick up going past restaurants. Like then I could smell the charcoal chicken. I was like, well, haven't had dinner. I was just lucky that the guy had the RS as well, because I didn't know the difference at the time. One's titanium, one's not, so that was pure luck. But
oh, so you got the titanium.
I wouldn't have cared for either, but everything looks better in titanium, I guess.
Oh, absolutely. These seats are comfy as well.
They're quite tight though too, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're not like...
Like I'm skinny and I wonder, you know, if you're a bigger bloke, whether it'd still be alright or not.
I can make that assessment for you. They're fine.
They fit all shapes and sizes.
Look at that.
For you.
We didn't bring the camera down here, and we only brought the GoPro, so I'm hoping this footage turns out okay. But the car is looking cracking in this light. And a few different shots. Now see the steering wheel a little bit better. And there she is, sat in the sunlight. I think we got some half decent photos with our camera phone as well, which is half decent. That is actually a nice little shot down there. You can see all the bridge behind us, and we'll get the car coming out, but that's a nice little shot. Look at that. Now, ordinarily, they've got a post just there, but because we're in a skinny 911, you actually get through there. Look at that. Well done. We might be just getting asked to move on, but we're all sorted out now. Look at that. Because we're skinny, we're out. I think he's leaving without us. We better get in. Oh, have you?
Yeah, I've called it Winnie.
Oh, really?
It's my grandpa, yeah.
Wow.
He got like bad Alzheimer's, and he went wandering and tried to buy a red car from a dealership. And so I was like, well, we'll just call it Winnie.
That
after him, and then my boys never met him, and they're 2.5. So at least that way they'll always be able to remember him by something.
That's a really cool story.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Hope you've enjoyed this SC with a GT3 exhaust. Something a little bit different, and something that I actually might consider for RSC as well. Please give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you later. See you guys, bye.